Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's showtime. Hi guys, I'm back. Miss me? I'm connecting. Getting connected. Meeting new and interesting people and murdering them. This is what I'm all about. I'm not sure how long a session. I was planning on a long one, but I am having a little bit of a tummy ache this evening. So bear with me. Please. Old man. Old man, look at my life. Old guy music reference. It's thinking. Yay. Follow my inner sight to the first trial. Well, how's my water looking? We wanted to drink. I feel refreshed. All right, where do I have to go? Presumably in the direction of the purple thing. I wonder how many other people build their first home in the not square mode. Going with the rectangle instead. Is that Shai Hulud? Or just... Oh, another player! Oop. Where are we headed? Over there. It's getting hot. I want to grab a little. Shade. Let's see. I'm getting hot. I would like some shade, please. There we go. We'll finish our looting in just a sec. Welcome back, Shem. So, weird question. Is this like a PvE, PvP kind of game? It has PvP. So, the starting zones are PvE only. And they're relatively... The big maps, but there's only like 40 people on any given big map because they want it to feel kind of empty. But once you get through these, and later on in the game, there's an open world zone that will have, I've seen anywhere from 100 to 400, depending on your source, people, and that will be PvP enabled. But the expectation is that mostly the PvP is going to be a lot of larger scale PvP and less about small scale stuff. Basically, you'll be have like guilds fighting for resources out there. But I don't believe anything will be needed from there. Although you might limit yourself, to not having all the best materials to build from. So it is initially PvE and later on PvE/PvP. Good morning, Fizbic, or late afternoon, or early evening, or middle of the day. Your mileage may vary. I have to go 1,300 meters. That seems like a long way. Did we get every last thing out of here? I think so. But I am not confident about my ability to cross the large batch of the sand without bringing the attention of Shai Hulud. So right now I'm kind of edging around. That place is closer. Let's head that way. Uh-oh, I'm on drum sand. That thing under in the lower middle, I believe, is a drum sand warning that I'm making a lot of noise, and that's going to get the attention of Shai Halud. I don't want to take on those guys right immediately because my health is low. And I need to take... Alright, let's see. How about... a couple of bandages. And I'm going to make a couple more bandages. That's blood stuff, weapons, power packs. I'm not nuts about the layout of this, because I have to scroll through to find what I'm looking for. Let's see. I would like to make 6 more. How's it been going today in the game so far? I played about an hour and a half earlier, and I needed to take a break to take care of some, stuff. I'm enjoying it significantly. And Shan asks, okay, because Tom Clancy, the Division, had the same kind of thing in the PvE and a PvP area. Yeah, I'm actually a big fan of the original Division. The second one I didn't care that much for, but the first one I loved. And yeah, it does certainly have a bit of that feeling of the Division to it. All right, we need to go that way, but we're going to have to... Yeah, with that is like some larger area filled with baddies, I think. And so right now, Dew Gap Gateway. I have no idea what it actually is. It's like a town. Again, this is my first time playing through, so I have complete unfamiliarity. Other than I'm following my inner sight. First Division was amazing, 100%. When the Second Division, not really a fan of it. Particularly, I want to call out about the original Division, the sort of mixed PvE, PvP mode. I would always play in the PvE mode, which was the cold survival game version. I thought that was just inspired design, and I had an enormous amount of fun with that. Let me dodge in here. Gore Industries has subscribed. That is remarkably generous and followed. You get my spiel. Welcome to my humble little stream of misfunction, malfunction, dysfunction, and frequently complete and total unfunction. You're most welcome indeed, and thank you very, very much for the follow and the prime. You are too kind. Good evening. Presuming you're in America, evening, elsewhere, apply your local time zone. So we got anything in this area? Does not look like it. So I've got about a little over a kilometer to go. And obviously in this game, you have to, whoop, let me hydrate. There we go. I'm all hydrated again. You have to be very careful about, well, survival, not to put too fine a point on it. That's copper. And you know what isn't good for survival? Long runs through the incredible beating sun of Arrakis. So we're headed in that direction. There we go. 1,000 meters to go, roughly. $140 meters to something else. I'm not sure if it's a camp or what. It's up above. Not sure I really want to go up. I'm doing a quest. I should have dropped off a bunch of my stuff into the storage container in my home. I forgot. I will undoubtedly die and lose all of it. I cannot drink. I will hydrate. Thank you. Yeah, there is something in here. So I think this is like a little instanced space. Discovered Trader's Grotto. Yeah, I'm going to give it a skip for now. I'm going to follow my inner sight. Because if I were to follow my outer sight, that would just be silly. Oh. That is a long walk. So I'm going to keep following around the outside. Is that a thopter? It's a thopter. Did I get anything from the thopter? Doesn't look like it. Well, that's a camp. But frankly, right now, because I'm in the middle of the quest, I'd rather just keep sticking to the quest. Rather than poking around looking for trouble. I'm not good enough in the combat yet that I feel comfortable in going, oh well, I'll just murder a bunch of dudes. So I think we head over to there, and from there we'll cross.
I see someone.
Codex content unlocked. Got all of them? Okay, little camp. Took the chance. Came away okay. Let's see. First thing, we suck their blood. No, it is kind of gross. Now that you mention it, yeah, it's gross. I have no other... my container is full, so I can't do anything else with that. So I'm just scanning the items that are salvageable to break them up into bits. $600 meters, huh? I'm gonna keep poking around here before I start the big crossing. I really do feel dumb for not having deposited a bunch of my stuff. We're kind of low on water. That's right, there was... You can see drum sand on the map. Oh, I guess that's just a general indicator of how much noise I'm making. I don't see the big sand spike that would be indicative of good old Shai Hulud. You know him, you love him. Probably neither of those is true. Salvaged metal. All right, I'm full on granite. So I would like to have more, but I can't take it for granted. Sorry. Not really sorry, actually. I would like to find a little place where I can collect some dew water. Whoops. Was that it? No. That? No. Okay. Ah, that is the Sardaukar. Their patrols. I would really like some dew water, please, sir. May I have some? As I'm getting low. No, none of these is sort of the dew water you need. None of the dew plants around that I can collect dew from, and I am getting low. Discovered something. Oh, dew plants. Thank you. I will hydrate now. I feel hydrated. Enter the ancient cave. Aren't most caves ancient? I mean, if they're man-made, are they really a cave? They're more of a tunnel. Mina Cavern. Well, that goes down. Well, presumably this is ancient Fremen stuff. That's Shai Hulud, who's really not all that shy. He comes up anytime he wants. Evidently, this is not the ancient cave yet. Feels like this is an ancient cave. Oh, no, I've entered the ancient cave now. Interact with the altar, then complete the first trial. Walk mode is on. All right. Inhale spice. Pardon me, I have to snort a little. Don't do this at home. Don't do drugs, kids. That's one handsome character, isn't it? Sure. All the cool kids are doing spice, but you know, just say no. Yep, I am definitely tripping balls. And I have no instructions. On the other hand, I'm not getting any thirstier. Well, I could interact. If I want to? Probably not. This is some serious ball tripping action. Just saying.
Who is it that thinks? Ibn Kirtaiba. The weight of a kindly god is a fearful thing. Do you understand, Wally?
My name isn't Wally.
Our God gave us the burning eyes of Allat and the words of the Kitab al-Ibar. Rest in black shade. Bila kaif.
Okay, it's scanning. We just want to stay in the shade, presumably, of the eye. The all-seeing eye. We have multiple eyes that we need to worry about. Go ahead, close your eye. Come on, you want to. Dude, come on. Don't be that way.
When we began our wandering, we suffered. Until suffering was a thing we came to know within our souls. Arrakis is suffering. When we found it, we were home.
You realize that your home's kind of a shithole, right? Go ahead, close it up. Come on. Time for a little shut-eye. A little shut-eye. It's like a joke without the humor.
On Harmontep, we were made to suffer. Our children taken and made slaves. They denied us the Hajj. Never to forgive, never to forget.
I do have to say that this little instance thing is similar in feel to some in the Secret World. I'm guessing that's not the way I want to go. That's definitely not the way we want to go. Oops, okay.
The weight of a kindly God is a fearful thing. Did not God give us the burning sun to defy? Suffering leads to defiance. And where does defiance lead?
Whoop! Nope, that way. Whoop! I'm not sure where I'm. I think I'm going that way. Can't get through there. Can't get through there. Ah, damn it! Hit the wrong button. Fat fingered, you know? It's just the layout here is a little confusing, presumably intentionally so. That way, I think, because there wasn't anything over here. Yeah, it looks like we got steps and stuff over there. Nope, not that way. Close your eyes. Yeah, this way.
Ibn Qutayba. Defiance leads to thought. Who is it that thinks? Those who suffer. Remember Harman Thep. Be la kaifa.
All right, we'll continue up the steps. I think we've reached where we were headed.
Ibn Qutayba. Defiance leads to thought. Who is it that thinks?
Those who suffer.
Those who suffer. Remember Harman Thep. Be la kaifa.
Bila kaifa. Nice abs. Reconnecting. Traveling. I think I have succeeded with the first storyline mission. Victory is mine. All of those who doubted me were probably right to do so, but regardless, I succeeded. I only got murdered by the Seeing Eyes, like, I think 3 times. Oh, jeez, I am so hungover. Oh my god. Wow. I should not have done those tequila shots. Holy moly.
Still there, off-worlder. Your signal drifted for a moment.
New
No
schematics.
matter. A thought occurs. When the Sardaukar began their purge, many Fremen were slaughtered. The ones that were not abandoned their caves, leaving valuable resources behind. Valuable resources that just
Moisture
might
sealed
contain
cave and
makings
gather 6
of a
micro
steel
sandwich
suit.
fabric.
Take what you need. Their ghosts will not object.
Moisture-sealed caves are found throughout Arrakis. We saw one of those not far away. Their entrances are covered by water seals that trap precious humidity inside. An orange map marker indicates that these locations are sources for components used for hydration and gathering equipment. They won't let me snort anymore. Come on, man. That first take was awesome. First toke, I guess, technically. Don't suppose there's anything around here that I can, liberate. No, doesn't look like it. All right, well. All right. It's like, once it wears off, you always feel kind of down. You just want a little more. Just another little taste. Let's see, there was a hydration goodie just outside. Some plants, some dew plants. Yeah, those will take care of me. All right, where are we? Scavenger camp, Keyhole Rock, intel. Well, we're looking for, that's my home. That's where I needed to go. That should be, I guess, the thing we're looking for now at 281 meters. The sun has risen again. It tends to do that if you're not paying attention, Sometimes even if you are paying attention. So I think there was the sealed cave right over here. Somebody built a house right over there. Let me... Okay, that is working. I'm getting... There goes Shai Hulud right there. Wow. He's freaking booking. 51 meters up above, or... Keyhole Rock. Let me duck down again. I am very proactive about trying to keep something like the temperature. That's 40 meters, so that's not what we're looking for. Looking for a moisture-sealed cave. Those are materials. Keyhole Rock. That's got intel. There's Mina, no. In a cavern, micro sandwich. So yeah, okay, it's back in that cavern I was just in. That's a scav camp. I'd really rather not even deal with the scavengers right now. I've got bigger fish to proverbially fry. That is a sandworm breach. But Mina Cavern is 71 meters in that direction. Yeah, this is the place we just were. This is not a moisture-sealed cave, though. Trader's Grotto. I think those are them. But I'm not certain. I think they said that they were the orange indicators. There's something there, I think a camp. Scavenger camp. What are those then? Three-way outpost and a scavenger camp. All right. Oh, that was not ideal. I didn't take too much damage. All right, that's 47 meters, and that is the scavenger camp or the outpost? I'm not sure. Outpost, I think. Yeah, numbers of guys. I'm not feeling confident in my combat abilities enough to take on bunches of guys. Still going up. Shielded NPCs. Yeah, I'm definitely not interested in taking them on. Watch out at Shia LaBeouf. No. I constantly do get mistaken for him, though. I like it. I'm enjoying it. But, again, like a lot of sort of more recent games, it will, at least so far, I don't think it'll be for everyone. It does have a significant learning curve. It is, right now, I've only think I've seen one other player so far. So this part is kind of solo and is completely PvE. I think in the next area, there are small locations, like when a ship crashes, that's a PvP zone. And then later on, there's the big map, where there'll be hundreds of players over a huge map that is PvP. Where am I going? Not that way, that way. That's a long-ass haul. Crap. Okay, I'm going to get out of the sun here for a sec, and then we're going to try and sprint for that rock. The beta just went live for all pre-orders. Yeah, that was about, I think, 1 p.m. my time, maybe 12:30 my time. So, yeah, 4.5 hours ago. And I immediately started downloading. I think I've got to try and go straight across. No. Okay, I'll get back under this shade, and then I'm going to head across. Oh, we've got a dude over there. Somehow, I doubt he's friendly. Yeah, it took me, I don't know, maybe half an hour to download, and then it had to compile the shaders. Okay, I'm now making noise that might attract Shai Hulud. I'm also baking in the sun. And just... Whoops! That's really not good. That's Shai Hulud himself. I had no concerns at all about that. Me and Shai Hulud, we go way back. Junior high school together. It's possible I made that up. Can we get...
Identify yourself. Where's my reinforcement?
Let me go ahead and heal up a little bit. Oh, he's not dead. Oh, that's right, they can respawn. They can self-res. There is a self-res mechanic. Okay. My health is currently lowered because I have just drunk blood. Not my fault, man. I was out of, like, water. Now, what you do is you, when you murder somebody, I mean, defend yourself. And you take their blood. There's a blood cleanser in my base. My backpack is full. Is there anything I can drop that I don't want to be carrying? Need the ammo. Bracers. Am I not wearing bracers? Those are makeshift gloves. No, those are better. We can get rid of the Mala stuff, can't we? Yeah. We can get rid of that. All the Mala stuff. There we go. All right. We're headed over there for the sealed cavern. All right, I'm no longer weakened by the nasty ooky blood that I had to drink. There's another player. I'm going to go ahead and heal myself almost entirely up. That was foolish. Okay. God damn it. there was a third. Three heal kits, very nice. Wrong thing. I accidentally drank blood. Didn't mean to. I thought I saw a third one. But I'm not evidently seeing them now. Nothing obviously lootable there. We're over here. We opened up the chest. I don't have enough room in the backpack? Are you kidding me again? What is this? We need that. What can we get rid of? Granite stone. How do I pick it up? Does it just take? Didn't I just drop off a bunch of granite? Where did I put the granite? God damn it. Oh, okay, we can now drop that. Hopefully that'll allow us to take all. There we go. Gathered Fremen components from moisture-sealed caves. There's one. Return to my base and drink water from the blood purifier. That sounds like a really good idea. I think I'll do that. Alright, my base is quite a ways away. No. 750 meters in that direction. Alright, at least it's night now. I'm going to go ahead and bandage myself up a little more again and take a moment to make a few more med kits. Unfortunately, those continue to get made even if I don't have the interface open. So no more heat exposure. And it's about 760 meters back to my home. And like any good scavenger along the way, if it's not nailed down, it's mine. And if I can pry it loose... Oh, nope. Oof. It's not nailed down. Lens, try not to do that again, would you please? You dumbass. But we still want to stick to the rocks as much as possible because we don't want to bring Shai Hulud. Big Daddy Worm Boy. He is not a friendly individual. Whoop, we've got a worm sign. This is copper. And I'm full. We've got multiple worm signs. Okay, that's 5 kilometers away. That is 400 meters.
Sector weather alert. Alarm sandstorm.
A sandstorm in a minute. Oh, that's true. That's, holy crap, that's to Shaialud. That's not good. Don't. Just let me get home, man. Oh, I think I may die. Just a short distance from home, too. This is not fair. I needed to get home to drop off all of my stuff. No, don't do it, Daddy. Shaialud, please, show mercy. I am your faithful friend. It was fine. I wasn't worried about it at all. There's my lovely house.
A large sandstorm is approaching.
There's another player's house. You see, he went for the 2x2, the square model. I'm sure most people are going for the square model. Not me. I went 4x1, or possibly 1x4. That's a sandstorm coming in really fast, and I need to get inside really soon. Oh, come on. My health is going down very quickly. It would be nice if I could get inside. I should be able to make it, but it's going to be close. Had it the whole way. Was never concerned in the slightest. Okay, maybe a little. Let's drop off all the blood. That all of it? It's empty now, okay. Well, we're here. Again, I'm going to make a couple more heal kits. They seem to be good. I'm gonna say that I am pro heal kits. How are we doing on bullets? Not enormously great. I'm gonna go ahead and this time I'm gonna remember that I want to drop off everything that I'm carrying. Okay, I return to base, drink blood from my purifier. Drink water from the blood purifier. Research the fabricator. Research. Oh, that's a scavenger still suit. We definitely want that. Where's the fabricator? That's a blood purifier. Where's the fabricator? There? No? Here. Journey from blood, journey echoes of the past. That's the fabricator. We want to research that. Construct or interact with a fabricator. So it's possible a 2x2 would have been a more useful build, but my home is unique-ish. I believe it's 6. All right. Utilities. That's the power generator. Fabricators. We would like to Blocked by another object. Yeah, 2x2 would have been better. Once the storm's gone, I'm going to attempt to widen my stance. Storm gone? It is. That's the foundation. Yeah, I have chosen poorly. Move inside land claim. Like this? I really did choose poorly. I'm not sure how I'm supposed to. Sub-fief control. I wish they'd let you, like, nudge it, you know? Enable, disable, access. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do in this case. Well, that's a little more space, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Can I pick this up and move it? Interesting. I can build here. Yeah, all right. Maybe I can make this work. That built anything or not. I don't think it did. I've managed to really put a... Oh, jeez. Shia-Lu just going right across my front yard. No. That's not it. Piece picker. I don't know what that piece picker does. Repair. Move. Okay. We may be able to make this work. Okay, we need, once again, to go to move. We can move it to there. And it's, despite the fact I've moved it multiple times, it hasn't opened up any additional stuff. Well, okay, that. I gotta start tearing stuff down. Okay, now we're doing a little better. We move this. To there. We move this. To there. We move this. Takes a little work, a little time, a little effort, but, you know, all good things to those who wait. Isn't that what they say? I think it's what they say. Not sure I agree with it, but I think it's what they say. All right, now we will continue. Back here, we are demolishing that, and that, and that, and that, and that, and that. Now we will build a bunch of walls and then a door and a ceiling. Let's see. Build. Walls. Door. Oh, I thought I need to... How are we doing on granite? We may have enough granite that we can finish this up in a timely fashion. And back to the wall. All right, now... ceilings. Rooftops. How are we doing? I think we've got enough, but not by much. Let this be a lesson to you guys. Make sure you've got enough space is the lesson. All right, constructing a fabricator for a still suit. Now we can build our fabricator. Fabricator. I have a fabricator. Let's make a still suit. I'm not sure if I learned to fabricate a complete scavenger still suit. God, English am hard. What do we got? Scavenger still suit. So, gloves, mask, boots, and body. I need the micro sandwich stuff that I put in here, which is fine. I do wish it would allow you to craft from storage. That would be nice. Did I not get it all? Oh, I guess 1 out of 9? Do I have... I have 9, and I guess I probably also need to pick that up. Well, let's try to see if we can't do it from storage with some of the stuff in my inventory and the rest in storage. Should work, yeah. It works. Okay, good. Phew. A bit of a learning curve, but I'm getting there. The UI, gotta say, I'm not a fan of. It feels like they're designing a console UI for the future. And so they've made a PC UI that in essence is going to work like a console UI. No, 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 no. Right. What is... Did I... How do I pick it up? Have we made anything? We made something, but it's not in our inventory. Where is it? I have no idea. Psst. Again, that UI. Wow, not a fan. Back here. Okay, there we are. We will equip the scavenger still suit. And the mask. Can you break down the old stuff? Good question, Lens. I have no idea. Can you? We've got the boots.
Impressive, Off-Worlder. Just remember, if you didn't connect the tubes between the caths and the thigh pads just right, you'll be drinking your own liquefied feces. And that does not count as hydration, by the way. Good news,
I'd never
Off-Worlder.
considered, but since he
My
just
net
said
has recovered
caths,
enough that I will risk it to move forward.
I assume that
I
means
know a place in your sector where you
catheters.
meet.
So we don't even do like a
Survey
Texas
device so you can
catheter
figure
around
out
the
how to get
outside.
there and join
We
me.
stick a tube up our wee-wee. Because a Texas catheter isn't really a catheter. Drink from the catch pockets. Is F. Okay. I'm looking much cooler now, gotta say. Let's see. What do I do with these? I can customize, I can drop, I can compare. It's not actually comparing them when I hit left control, though. Why? I don't know. So let's see. The makeshift. What? Oh, it's compare. I get it. Stop comparing. Okay. Now I get it. We can put the granite stone and the micro sandwich away. And we want to carry around some of the plant fiber with us for Band-Aid makings. I guess there's nothing we can do. Research the small ore refinery. Research. That's the fab. That's the small ore refinery. Construct or interact with a small ore refinery. small ore refinery. How do we rotate these again? Rotate, left alt. That's not rotate, that's adjust. Oh, left alt. Yeah, got it. Right, okay. We're good. We have got a small refinery. Let's refine some copper ore. Copper ore. They only want 3? How many can we make? We can make a lot. I'm gonna make 20. There's 3. Research the surveying kit. Scavenger. The surveying kit. I also have skill points. Maybe I should use those. Let's see. We put one of those there. That costs 2. We can up that again for more damage for our ranged weapons. Pistol damage. What other options is there? Marksman. You're an expert at focusing the most vulnerable part of the head. However, the training to hit the smaller target actually made you worse at putting darts into the center of gravity. No. I'm not good enough yet. I think just flat old pistol damage. That's ranged damage. Cost 2. Hand-fired weapons are usually less lethal the further away you are, but you have used your mental training to optimize your shots. All damage with pistol-style weapons, such as Mala pistol and Rafik snub-nose, are increased. Oh, what else can we learn? Poison mine or headshot damage. That reminds me of that. Garment keeper. Over here is shield wall, gravity mine, and Solido decoy. No, I think pistol damage. Fabricate a survey probe launcher. Okay, survey probe launcher. That's a surveying kit. We already learned that. That's the skill suit. Fabricate a survey probe launcher. That's not from here. I will pick up the rest of that copper and drop that into my first storage container. You always remember your first. And I don't think there's any use for these. Like, I don't think you can salvage anything out of these. I'm going to drop them outside to get them to where nature can take its course with them. Whatever course that might be. Help yourself, anyone. Let's see. Schematics, makeshift. That's the health kits. Schematics for weapons and armor, I'm assuming. Infrastructure. That's the cutter ray, the power pack. That's Binox. Water discipline. This interface here is pretty dreadful. Binoculars, respawn beacon. I don't see it anywhere. Is there something I missed over here? I guess I didn't get the kit specifically. No, I did. Bundle contains in the survey probe. Where's the survey probe? These consumables, is that what these are? No. The implication is that there's something new available here. Medium blood sac. That's water discipline. That's combat. Salvage. No, nothing there. That's exploration. That sounds like that's where it should be. Vehicles. Uniques. Fabricate a survey. I thought I built the survey probe launcher already. Did I not? Maybe not. Fabricator. There we go. Survey probe. I thought I built the launcher, but evidently I did not. All right. Is it still going? It's the probe. The interface.
Made? Good.
Interface is really
Static
bad.
discharge from the sandstorms makes map data extremely unreliable on
Interface
Arrakis.
is dreadful.
But if you can get it high enough, a handheld probe can gather enough local data to give you a snapshot of the region. Climb somewhere high and fire off the probe. Just don't let the Sardaukar spot you.
I got the probe, but we do not have the probe launcher, evidently. All right, what do we have where? All right, 1 is the knife, 2 is the cutter ray, 3 is the Mala pistol. I kind of needed to make some more ammo for that, didn't I? Yeah, I wanted to make some more ammo for that for sure. Don't need the fabricator for that. Sufficient resources. Salvaged metal. Oh, salvaged metal? That's copper ore. I don't have any other salvaged metal? Yes, I do. Can we use the fabricator for that so that we don't have to carry it around with us? This is a game you want to try? Thanks for streaming. Hey, thanks for hanging out. If you have any questions about it as I'm trying to learn, please feel free to ask. The only real complaint so far, the UI. Let's see, I think it's 30 for each, so how about that many? The UI to me feels like it's designed to be a console UI in the future, and so they're designing it as a console UI for the PC right now. It just feels really clumsy. Other than that, I'm very happy with the game so far. All right, so now I have to find a high spot. Woo! It's a guild highliner up there. And this is nighttime, and in the nighttime, the Sardaukar fly around. There's Shai Hulud. I'm going to wave goodbye. Sorry if that thumped against the microphone. I'm a big old clumps. We've got Copper. Okay, that wasn't exactly what I was looking for. Okay, and once you scan it, you then use the cutter along the line and you gather your material. Well, we want to go to a high spot, so hopefully this will be high enough. There's Shai Halud. Don't eat my house, dude. I'm going to go ahead and bandage myself up, even though I'm feeling just fine. Thank you. Let's see. All right, we can remove that and put that there. I'm reloading. Let's go ahead and shoot. Survey complete in 20 seconds. It's scanning. Okay, I swapped weapons and it seems to have ceased scanning.
Very good.
There we go.
I'm
Okay.
going to the
It just
Griffin
stopped
Beach
counting
trade
down.
post. Come and find me there. Just remember to be careful. crossing
Rendezvous with
sands.
Xantara.
From rocky
Travel to
ground
Griffith's
to rocky
Reach.
ground.
Griffin's Reach
Learn
trade
how
post.
far you can move on sand before the worm comes. And remember, look both ways before you cross the desert.
I'll look both ways before I cross the desert. Thanks. You're playing Fallout 76 at the same time, so you're learning by osmosis. I've heard that works, but I wouldn't believe anything I told you. All right, let's see. Dislike console UI on PC. It's worse than unintuitive. It is. They're terrible. Funnily enough, the best non-PC UI that I've seen in a long time is actually a mobile game on PC. Torchlight Infinite. It's a mobile game, and their PC UI is better than most of the console game UIs. Just finished streaming 76 with a headset mic. All right, let's go ahead and no, not that. That one. More copper, I think. All right, where are we going? 766 meters. Is that where Xantara is? Trader's Grotto, Scavenger's Camp. You don't need that personal marker anymore. How do I get rid of the personal marker? It's the wreck of the Alcyon. That's Imperial Testing, Scavenger Camp. Trader's Grotto. Okay. It is marked. They can't touch any houses built in the rock, can they? Or do you have to build in sand? No. I'm actually sort of half in and half out. That's my house right there. And you can't build on just sand. So I'm kind of built on almost both. Initially, I was built here, right along this edge here, in a 1 wide 4 high. Sorry, 1 wide 4 long. And there just wasn't room for everything. So build either a 2x2 or a 2x3. And try to find a reasonably flat piece of rock. It will deal with it to some degree, but it's not perfect. I'll say that. This is somebody else's house. They did a 2x2. They cleverly put windows in theirs. Show-offs. Some people just show offs naturally. Now theirs appears to really just be on the sand. So maybe you can build on the sand? 626 meters. And it's definitely easier to travel at night, but there is the risk of the Sardaukar. Somebody else in here or just the one? Oh. Got him. Loot him. Steal his blood. And yes, that is a wee bit ghoulish now that you ask. Fuel cell, salvaged metal. He looks so lonely sitting there, laying there, dead. Gameplay mostly range or sword and shield action. There are shielded enemies. They are going to be a lot tougher, as you're probably going to have to take them on more so with the knife. The melee combat feels a little bit iffy. The range combat feels fine. You're a Fallout player. Yeah, okay, then you're probably used to it. I would like to say that the Fallout 76 players, when I was playing 76, were extremely kind to me. Giving me advice, walking me through my issues with the UI, which were, well, we've already talked about the UI. Console UI. I'm a bit low. Is it F? I thought it was F to drink from your catch pockets. I would like to find some dew plants, please. There we go, some dew plants. You can only get the dew from the dew plants up to 1/3 of hydrated. It is F. So I guess I just don't have any water in my catch pockets right now. Maybe I didn't hook up that catheter quite right. Of course, the only real right way to hook up a catheter is not at all, thank you. 76 is mostly a community game. They kept it alive until they finally have brought it better. Yeah, that's my understanding. Is when I went back, the first time I tried it, which was a couple of years after it came out, I was not impressed. And the UI is one of only 2 games where the UI defeated me and I gave up. The second time I tried, I had people explain the UI and how to get around in it. It's terrible, but I understood how to get around in it. And after that, I could play the game. And I could see the positive parts of the game. No, the catheter goes to the catch pockets. And that's what he tells you, the NPC tells you, that you want to get it right so you're not drinking your own liquid feces. He's a charming person. This is all copper. And hopefully now I like to top off, you know. And I played other Fallout games. Yeah, I've played. I don't agree that the menus, I don't think, are similar. My real problem was with the like the construction menu in particular, where you've got 2 separate sliding sets of an interface bar. You've got a bar. Oh, okay, you were joking about the lines. but you've got one bar that sort of is flavors and another one that is like sub flavors, and there's two different sets of keys to move around between those, which make perfect sense if you have left, a left joystick or joypad and a right joystick. Makes perfect sense. On a keyboard and mouse, it makes no sense at all. Shai Hulud. Yeah. Sit down. Stop showing off. He's not so shy, Hulud, is he? Really, when you think about it. All right. I should be able... Oop, he's not far away at all, it doesn't seem like. Okay. 100. Whoops! No! I almost ran straight into Shai Hulud. Okay. I was just testing to see if anyone was watching. I'm not sure I was. Using a controller to build is brutal. I love the keyboard personally. Well, certainly for things like placing and stuff. No, my problem was actually just with the menuing. The placing and stuff was fine. I would agree. I had no problem with that. I would expect the keyboard and mouse to be vastly superior for that. There are, I have not gotten eaten yet, but one time I was really frightened I was going to get eaten because I was almost home and I hadn't deposited all the stuff I was carrying. That would have been unlucky. And then I almost died to the sandstorm. That too would have been unlucky. Must be above me. Let's go ahead and... No. I don't know if this is where I'm supposed to be or not. I don't think so. I think it's supposed to be up above. I feel parched, I'm sure I do. Let's see. Pardon me while I steal their blood. They don't have any water in here? Seriously? I'm gonna have to drink blood? I had to do that once before, a couple times. Once by accident. I don't see any juicy water plants over there. Ah, There we go. Dew plants. Yay! Dew plants can only get you up a third of the hydration numbers. There we go. I had a little bit in the catch pockets. Muad'Dib. Muad'Dib. The Wabbit. The Wascoey Wabbit, as we like to call him. Where the heck is it? I'm going to duck down behind this granite. And then I'm going to blast it apart as soon as the heat is off. The heat is off. All right, it must be below me somewhere. Tarata sandworm. I did. You did. You definitely did. Wait. Why am I got out of the sun for a bit there. Come on, that was duty. Was that not the place I just was? That's the place I cut into. All right, where am I going? Griffin's Reach Trade Post. Griffin's Reach. $272 meters. I wish we had a little more information about that. That's my home base. So we'll drop that flag on my home base. The short way. Aga Basin South, the short way. Where in the hell? That's 92 meters. That's the place I just went into, the sealed cave. 272 meters north. Sims Jackpot, Dew Gap Gateway, Griffin's Reach. That's where we want to go. Okay. All right, I got it now. Straightforward when you can conquer the game UI. More plant fiber. Because you need more fiber in your diet. Oh, Shai Halud. I'm guessing that's it there. 200 meters away, that looks like about 200 meters. Let's make sure that we're hydrated, because we're streamers. Everyone always is telling us to stay hydrated. I don't think that is. It is not. But this is copper ore. We'll stay here until we chill out. Yeah, never mind.
Alas, Offworlder, it seems my fame precedes me even here, at the arse end of the Haga Basin. Your Emperor's lackey, Count Fenring, has put an obscene bounty on my head. And while I'm flattered to be his great boogeyman, the added attention is making life complicated. Take a look around. There's a contract on the board that might interest you. But be careful. Civilized men are not to be trusted.
And I am to trust you? That just seems unlikely.
Sector weather alert. A large sandstorm is approaching.
A large sandstorm is approaching. Hi, everyone. I'm new. That's Gavare. Talk to me, Gavare.
Look at the way you stand. No discipline, no confidence. I've killed 1,000 like you on the battlefield.
I would likely benefit from some of that hard-won experience.
Well, a little respect with some good sense in the proportion. There's something here I can work with. But don't despair. Salvation is at hand. I can show you how to fight. I can teach you how to kill. And it will only cost you a little pain.
Oh, I think this is the NPC from I was watching earlier. The guy said that if you choose, like, one of the classes, the starting class, not Sword Dude, not Mentat, not Bene Gesserit, there's Trooper or something. That if you choose Trooper, you don't need to talk to this guy. But this guy will teach you Trooper skills so that you'll have access to 2 sets of skills and stuff to learn, as opposed to just one, if you choose Trooper. I want to learn from you.
Then listen closely. During the Battle of Arakeen, I was drugged and kept out of it by a group of conspirators. For the sake of my honor, I've spent the last 8 years tracking down and destroying them, one by one. Who knows how the Battle of Arakeen would have turned out if I hadn't been kept away. And now, I have reason to believe the conspirators are nearby. Track them down, kill them. My thirst for vengeance has been slaked by 1,000 flasks of cheap beer. But it is still my price for training.
1,000 flasks of cheap beer. Well, I mean, you can easily drink 10 in a night, really. So that's hundreds of nights of drunk. I admire this man. Kill Atu Golvin in Kalef's Stand. Kill Kirsi Toll in Shamal Tunnel. Kill Cardenas Ulun in Edgeway Cavern and report back to Gavore. Sure, yeah, that unlocks the Trooper skill tree.
Do this for me, and I'll set your feet on the path of the Trooper.
My understanding from what the other player said is that you can run into this guy early, but if you're already a Trooper, you don't unlock something else until later. And so this opens the second tree. So if you're not a Trooper to start, you can be a Trooper and something else early on. Otherwise, you'll stuck being a Trooper for a while. Open the journey menu. All right, find the Fremen. I finished the first trial of Akal. A wider world. Reach a settlement. Travel to trade post. Talk to the ornithopter pilot and reach a settlement. Okay. New beginning. We're up to pick up the first contract in the scrap metal chain from the contract board. I need to do do that while I'm in here too. Do you have any R2 units for sale? I'm kidding. Of course. Scrap metal. Attention scrap collectors, miners, prospectors. There's money to be made from delivering copper ore to Griffith's Reach trade post. Note, due to a previous bad experience, payment will be made only upon complete delivery. No advances, no partial payment, no promises of delivery tomorrow or payment today. If you find these conditions too restrictive, you can thank our friend Nasir. You still owe me a load of quality copper ore, Nasir. That is the oldest joke in the world, quite literally. There is an ancient, I think, Sumerian tablet that in essence is a complaint form that someone filed about a guy Nasir not giving him quality ore. So that is like a 3,000-year-old joke reference. Deliver 40 copper ore. Well, I think I'm carrying it, so I'm probably going to be okay. I am. 40. We need to split 40. Deliver it. Finally, I've waited weeks for that copper. It's damn hard trying to run an efficient scrap business when the quality of salvage contractors keeps dropping. Nothing but unreliable slackers, like that Nasir. He's probably passed out in a Samuda den somewhere. Anyway, you've proven you can deliver, so I might have some more work for you. You vaguely recall hearing of that tablet? Yeah, it doesn't surprise me. It's pretty well known because it is one of the oldest human communications we have, and it's a complaint. Buy a unique Hajra Literjon schematic from the merchant. Completed, 40 copper ore.
Hey, stop. I know the face of every sand-sucking bandit, scavenger, and merc from here to Harko, and I don't recognize you. So perhaps you'll give us the courtesy of who you are? And while you're at it, why our airspace is crawling with Sadukar?
I'm not going to tell him.
Not a talker, eh? Well, the rules at Griffin's Reach are simple. You pay up front and don't cause trouble, or we'll toss you into the storms. Good?
Good.
Name's Mir. I do the trading and the talking. My silent partner here does the fighting. And there's the contract board in the corner.
That's a fine-looking character I've made.
Work.
I'm here to trade. I need the Hazra Literjon Mark I. It's a unique schematic. Unique schematic can only be used once. You'll have to find another one if you want another one. Kill Atu Golvin. That's a bit much. Open the journey menu. A contract awaits. By the... What's the next part? Pick up a contract. I already finished that. I finished that from the contract. Oh, maybe this is another one? It is. Wrecking crew. Both sides in this war are in constant need of replacement parts for damaged vessels. Good source of those parts is the wrecks of ships that didn't make it home. One of those, the Alcyon, came down not far from Griffin's Reach. The wreck is sure to hold a Holtzman amplifier or two. If you can find one, I might be able to start a bidding war. XP, cash money, reach the wreck of the Alcyon, acquire Holtzman amplifier by one, deliver 1x Holtzman amplifier to Griffin's Reach.
You're going to find, Offworlder, that Arrakis is a planet of unique opportunity. No former prisoner would ever have access to the military technology of the great houses. But with the war, Chaos reigns. Ships crash and are shot down, sometimes spilling military-grade materials onto the sands. The Fremen know the ways of the desert and how to do a lot with very little.
All right, where's the
The
Alcyon?
Imperium, on the other hand, have infinite resources and the production capacity of countless worlds. Plunder them, off-worlder.
Is that the Alcyon?
There is a shipwreck near here. Slip inside and claim your share of the spoils.
Yeah, I'd like to do that. Why doesn't it freaking show up on the map? I've got more skills. Did I get the trooper? Scientist? Weirding way. The blade. Trooper. Not unlocked yet. I need to do that quest for him. That's right. So I do have points, I think. I have 3 skill points. Expert at focusing? No, not yet. We're really not. Tailoring. Your skills with a needle are legendary. Every time you repair your garment, you reduce the maximum durability damage. So repairing equipment reduces its maximum durability. Assassination. Let's see. Over here we've got shield wall, gravity mine. Decoy, iron will, anti-gravity mine. Let's just increase the ranged damage. Oh, unlock the upgraded, the advanced Mentat trainer. Evidently, I can't learn tier 2 of that. That's poopy. All right, poison mine, I guess. Yeah, poison mine. All right, I've got poison mine now. Let's see. What did I just get in research? It was the Leader John recipe, wasn't it? That should show up here. Copper products, iron products, steel products, Duralum. Those are higher tier stuff. I guess maybe you've got to do that, make that one at the fab, I'm guessing. Okay, the wreck of the Alcyon. 11 meters.
Back again, like the sour tang of...
Yeah, you're a whiner. Let's see, Journey. Which one do we want to track? Wreck of the Alcyon. Track. Nope, that's my place. Oh, come on, guys. This isn't that damn hard. Why do you have to make this such a pain in the dick? Shipwrecks. Well, there's a sandworm breach. Is that it there? Wreck of the Alcyon, that's it. So it's due east. Oh, we don't want to plummet to a painful death. That would be... Sardaukar ship. At night, the Sardaukar patrol. And they'll try to capture you. You won't like them. My God. It would be nice if I had a suspensor. Just saying. Oh, good. That was good. Just a little bit of life loss, and now, it's not looking optimal. That's a little bit better. feel refreshed. Body temperature, desaltified sweat. Why is that taking damage? I'm not falling that far. Granted, I do not have a suspensor. Okay. No, no, no! God damn it. That mechanic is just not very polished. Alright, we'll heal. And we'll heal. Presumably, it's the one that's about 1,375 meters away. We'll grab some copper. Copper. Granite. Oh. There's a Shai Hulud in the area. So the knight has the advantage that you don't have to worry about the heat. Shipwrecks are massive structures. A green map marker indicates the components needed. So you don't have to worry about heat at night, but you have to worry about the Sardaukar. I didn't kill these guys, okay? These ones are not my fault. I want to be clear about that. Okay, evidently my blood container is full already. I should feel nervous about the fact that this area has lights around it. We're headed there. And what is here? Imperial Testing Station. These are like little mini dungeons. I think they're instanced. I don't think I'm cool enough to do one yet. But I am cool enough to suck water from a plant. My backpack is full. Is that correct? Is it actually full? I guess it's full by weight. I've got a lot of copper ore and a lot of salvaged metal. Let's split off some. And drop it. And just not pick up anything else except smaller, lighter items. I'm curious, how do they have it? I'm carrying 1,176 Solaris. Probably should have dropped some of those off. So that's 11 of 35 objects, and I guess 165, 60 out of 175 volume or weight. It says V. Yep, that's a dude. I'd rather not fight any dudes. I'm not interested in dude fighting. I am questificating. Oh boy. Yeah, that's a fall that I'd rather not take. I know that there is basically a oh, the sun is up. There's a mechanic in place. I'm not sure which. Probably, I don't think Trooper. Where basically you get suspensors you can use to slow your fall. Why doesn't that work? So if you plummet, you can grab on and then climb down. But if you try and back down, you fall. It is not an elegant mechanic. That's exactly what I'm talking about right there. Historically, when people talk about Funcom games, a lot of people will describe them as having like some cool mechanics and some really interesting game design decisions. And then a lot of people will also throw in the inescapable, the games also have a lot of jank. That mechanic feels like jank. Now maybe there's something that I'm supposed to be doing that I'm not doing. But to me, I would expect that turning backwards and then, backing off the edge would automatically make you start climbing down instead of falling down. All right, we're about 600 meters out. There's one of the little instanced water-sealed camps. We are right by Breaker Station, which is like a bigger PvE thing than just a little side, little caves and stuff. But again, I'm just not feeling comfortable enough to start getting daring in attempting to murder batches of people. So it's 436 meters. But a lot of the times you're going to have to pick your way from place to place to place to avoid large expanses of open in the sun. They have a friend? Does not seem like they had a friend. I don't have an additional blood carrying case. That's not gross at all, is it? All right, well, that's the wreck up there. Just got done playing Star Wars Galaxy's Leveling Up Pilot. How am I doing? I'm doing pretty well. I'm enjoying the game. Only thing I don't like is the UI. Oh, and the how to climb down from things mechanic, which I haven't figured out how except start falling and then grab. It's inelegant. Leveling Up the Pilot, it's a really good system, the flying system for jump to light speed. But certainly leveling it up can be very, very extensive, shall we say. All right, the wreck of the Alcyon. Completed, reach the wreck of the Alcyon, gather plasteel and mechanical parts. We do have bad guys. Time to heal up real fast. Definitely a lot of fun. You just got to the 4th trainer. I'm not sure I ever made it that far. More bullets. More bullets. I've got a bad feeling about this. Never heard anyone say that before in a science fiction setting, have you?
There's someone here.
I'm out of ammo? No, I'm not. Looking for stuff, but I'm not seeing what I'm supposed to be looking for. Am I supposed to take it off the bodies of the dead? I mean, I have no problem with that. This is the... That's a player. Uh-huh. Mechanical parts and microflora fiber. We're not in a PvP area, so... A Holtzman amplifier. I've got like one of the microflora fiber. Got all the rest of the stuff. Hear someone talking in sort of like the background. More darts. Solari, Malaf, Pistol, Plasteel, Microflora. So we're halfway home. My assumption is the mobs respawn. I've never been fond of respawn mechanics. I understand the necessity for them, but as often as not, historically mobs spawn on top of you and start attacking. I'm not a fan of that. Originally, WoW had that as a real problem. I called it spawn aggro. They'd spawn in, and they would start hitting you before they were even fully visible. They fixed that pretty early on. But a lot of games never fixed that for their respawn mechanics. You'd be casually leaving an area that you'd fought your way into, and all of a sudden everything respawns around you. Might have been out here. Doesn't seem likely, though. It's got to be inside somewhere. A little bit of water. I'm gonna have to drink blood. I mean, thought I heard a beep like I had set something off. Yeah, I don't really know what it is I'm looking for. Which is annoying. Whoops. Try that again. No. No. I mean, we've been in here, but maybe the items respawn as well. I just don't know. Was a place we hadn't been up here, I think, until we fell in the hole. Oop. That hole right there. That's it. Oh, that was a couple. We need 3 more, I think. Yeah, you see, this is is a mechanic that I have a long time loathing for. Any place where they send you in to get 10 of a thing, there ought to be 15 of the thing. Finding the thing should not be the problem. No, that's heal kit. I'm getting low on health to the point where I'm going to have to drink blood, and that's just gross. No, more ammo. Where's the blood pack? I feel hydrated, yeah, great. And diseased at the same time. If you drink blood, it makes you feel sick, which lowers your maximum health. After a minute or two, it'll open back up, and you can heal back up using a heal kit. Come on, guys. Seriously, this is just dumb. Interesting, that's now locked. Or was locked before, and I didn't notice. Am I now locked in? Oh, come on, no. That's it. No, that had 1. I need 2 more. Maybe here. Wouldn't that be? An identification band. Obtained purple ID band. I've got all of the plasteel microphoba. New schematics available. Research scavenger rags, Karpov 38, and Kinjal. I do that here? No, probably. Research. Scavenger rags, Karpov, and Kinjal. All right. Fabricate them. There's a fab. Fabricate a full set of scavenger rags. Is there a fabricator in here? This is just really not well put together as to explaining what it is you're supposed to be doing. It still says wreck of the Alcyon, so it's not like I have to go home and do it. The implication is that I have to do it here. Ah, okay. No, those are NPCs, I think. No, I don't know. Jesus, it's just... I feel like I'm just kind of grasping at straws. I'm going to... I'm dead. I am dead, man. God damn it. Is that another player? I don't know. Okay, no, it's not, because it doesn't identify them. That's the respawns thing I was talking about. Now, I'm attempting to follow the map indicator, which I'm hoping is showing the way to the fab. But right now it's not, because that should be 8 meters in this direction, and there's nothing in this direction. Unless it's below me here. That's my home. That's the wreck of the Alcyon. My assumption is that I still have to do something in there, but I don't know that. Let me find a place with a little bit of space where I can... check and see the journey. Wreck of the Alcyon. The right of salvage, harvest materials. Military grade. What the fuck? Is fabricating those things? I don't think I have to be there for that. So I'm going to head home. And then we'll find out when I get home that I do in fact have to be there for that. That there isn't anything there that I can use to make... Oh, Sardaukar. We don't want to cross the path of the Sardaukar. Honestly, we don't. We would like some more water, though. We can find some dew plants. More Sardaukar. Whoops. Canley, Limited Warfare, PvE, Haga Basin South. Heat level 0, radiation level 0. Comprehension level pretty close to 0. Oh, you don't want to get anywhere near... Jeez, they're everywhere. They're everywhere! I don't think we can go that way. Am I gonna die crossing? I have a very bad feeling about this. Alright, he's on the far side. What I would like first would be some dew bushes. I don't see any. Conveniently located. Come on, man. He's on the far side there. I'm gonna have to drink blood again. Oh, it's so awful. Until you brush your teeth, everything tastes like blood. It's just gross. So I'm trying to work my way back. Oh, dew flowers. Thank you. I feel hydrated. All right, we've got 2.2 kilometers to get home. Worst case, I die on the way there. That would be the worst case. Second worst case, is I get there and discover I have to go all the way back to the wreck of the Halcyon. Neither of those is a propitious outcome. And so my guess is I probably won't be able to make my first speeder until sometime tomorrow. Because we don't feel like we're very close. Why, yes, I will hydrate some more. Thank you. What system am I playing this on? It's certainly not state of the art. It's an Intel 9. I can't remember which flavor. And I'm running it on 3080, I think. So yeah, it's nowhere near state of the art. When I ran the frame rate test in the demo, the lowest it ever went was 70 frames. So it actually performs pretty well, I think. $3070 or 3080, I can't remember. 2 generations old. And it only dipped down to 70 in one of the tests, very briefly, a couple of seconds. And the other test, it dipped down as low as the 90s, again, for a second or two. Most of the time, it was pegging at 110, 120. So yeah, I think they've done a pretty good job on the optimization for it. Feels like it anyway. We are 1,300 meters from home. Shai Hulud. I don't want to fight with those guys. Shai Hulud is in, whoops, that direction. I almost got eaten once and barely got past that, and then still almost died to the sandstorm that was coming almost immediately after. A couple of times I've almost died in combat, although not really, oh yeah, once really, really close. The Sun is up. So no more Sardaukar ships, but now...
Someone here.
Whoop. You want some? I feel parched. Yes, I know. God damn it. What the hell's the problem with this? What the shit? I aim at him and I won't shoot. Oh my god, what the hell? I have no idea what's happening right now. None. And that's it for that. God, what a... That's the most annoyed I've been with the game so far. By far. So why I'm not shooting, I have no idea. Right? Interesting. I feel parched. Thank you. I know.
Identify yourself.
What the shit? It won't shoot. It won't fucking shoot. I have no idea why. It's not. Wow. Okay. Somebody had mentioned they had a problem with. I was watching a streamer a couple of days ago, and they mentioned that they were having a problem where they couldn't get off shots. So I'm not going to mess with it. I'm just going to run for the rock over there and just try to get home. So that's, other than the UI, that's the only real complaint I've had so far, guys. Right there. You saw it. All right, we've got some more dew plants here. That was frustrating. We should be able to make it to that one. That rock. That's the first time I've been really frustrated with the game, though. Yes, I know, I'm heat stroked. Hey, if it's the only stroke you can get. But boom. I feel parched. How about I hydrate a bit? My dew limit is reached. I'm going to go ahead and heal myself up a little bit more. Not quite all the way. How are we doing on inventory space? You can have a little more. Might as well, you know. Almost completely full. All right. Whoop, Shai Halud. We'll just wait a minute or two here in the, you know, amongst the dew plants. We are 450 meters from home. That's Shai Halud, right there. Oh, no. Okay. No need for you to play with your food. Oh, shit. You don't want me. I'm tasteless and chewy. You want anybody else but me. I hate it when he does that. I hate it when he does that. He is right on top of me. Not really, because I'm on rock, but, you know. He's very, very close. He's now moving away. There's his breach. All the way out there. Okay. Oh, that Shai Halud. He's a kidder. Couple hundred meters. That's my neighbor's home. Mr. Fancy Pants builds windows in his walls. I don't need any of that stuff. I'm a simple man with simple needs. Mostly a simple mind, but, you know. This is my house in the middle of the street. Old guy music reference. I feel hydrated. Honey, I'm home. Okay, I made it, guys. Was never in any doubt whatsoever, except for all of the times it was in doubt. Copper ore, fuel cells, granite, micro sandwich fabric, EMF generator, the Leader John schematic, which I never learned. Probably should. Mechanical parts. Oh, evidently that's the limit we can have. I need another storage container. That's clear. I'm going to build another storage container. Storage container. Wow. That's 2. Right. We want to deposit the mechanical parts. Those are more schematics. Armor plating. What is that? Mala pistol, Mala pistol. Oh, I got Mala pistols. Is there anything I can do with those? I guess they conceivably might do more damage than mine. Let's see. 7.2, 7.2. Those look like identical damaged Mala pistols. I picked off the dead bad guys. Oh, miscellaneous component. Spice-infused copper dust. That doesn't sound safe to snort at all. Research schematic. There's the leader, John. And Caliph's drinker. We should also put some of our, say most of our Solaris in here. All right. Fuel power generator. Is this the blood? Is this the blood thing? Yeah, that's the blood purifier. Get in there. All right, it's empty right now. Okay. I'm going to move that, I think. There we go. This is my house. There are many like it, but this one is mine. All right, fabricate a set of scavenger rags. That full scavenger armor. Let's try the others. A Karpov 38. Karpov 38. Rifle. And a Kinjal. But I also have, I can make, let's see, 10.9 attack speed. That thing's better, but this one I have to make for the quest. So we'll make it for the quest. Whew. I made it back home. Thank you. Could you stop? Thank you. It made 2 of the Karpov. No, what? This UI is such a piece of garbage. It is so bad. It really is. How many times have I hit F or hit E? Well, I mean, E. There, hey, it worked. God, it's just so bad. Oh, good. I don't have enough resources because it broke a bunch of shit. Copper ingots. I can make copper ingots. Let's make, oh, how about 30? Why can't I deconstruct something I make accidentally? I don't know. Is there a way to salvage? I have no idea. They don't tell us. I don't think so. So I think I made 2 of those because of the UI is such a piece of junk. It's really deeply bad. I dropped a bunch of clothes out here earlier. They're all gone. 1920 1080, a good resolution for most games. That's what I generally run at. But the thing is, maybe it's my eyes, maybe it's my age, maybe it's the amount of time I've been using computers. If I run it at a higher resolution, honest to God, I can't tell the difference. So that may just be an old guy thing. I mean, look at this. I'm mousing over it and it continually vanishes. My hand is off the mouse this time and it vanished again. Why? And it's back. My hands are not touching it. This is a UI problem. It's fine. You're running 1920 by 480, and that was awful. Yeah, I would expect that would not be good. I don't know why you thought it would be good. I had that same problem with Railguards of Hystera, where it started me at 3480 or something, but it didn't reset the resolution. So I was only seeing like the upper left-hand quadrant, and I had to manually reset by hitting, I think, F11 to have it basically redraw to fit, because I couldn't click on the thing to continue to get to the settings. Game froze at that resolution. Yeah, well, it was probably really, really confused. And I can't blame it. All right, let's try the Kinjal again. Right? We are trying to make a Kinjal. It is selected. What is it making? I can't fucking tell. It's making another one of the rifles. Son of a bitch. You actually have to click on it. All right. God. It is now making the Kinjal. So my only real complaint, other than that one bugged state that I was in, is the UI. It feels like another case of a PC game using the console UI or a console-derived UI. In other words, they're planning on bringing this out for console, and so they're designing the UI. Now, is that the case? I have no idea. All right, fabricate a full set of scavenger rags. Scavenger pants. Do I have enough of everything? I think so. Should be 6, 10, 15, 18. No, I need one more copper ingot. We'll make 5 more copper ingots. How does that strike you? This entire UI it's just absolutely dreadful. All right, scavenger pants. Craft. Scavenger boots. Craft. Scavenger hood. Craft. Scavenger gloves, craft. Scavenger chest piece. All right, that should be the whole damn set. Still running. Let it keep running. All right. It's fine. Everything's fine. Except, of course, the things that aren't. Sorry. So I now have a Kinjal. My current knife does 5.5 at 139 attack speed. This does 7.2 at 139 attack speed. So one of the things I want to check personally is whether you can salvage old gear for parts. Oh my god, this is so annoying. The Karpov 38 light darts does 6 damage per shot. The pistol I'm currently using, 4.8 damage per shot, 342 RPM. That one's 333, a little slower. Reload speed 1.7 versus 1.2. Effective range is longer, 48 versus 39. I can't imagine I was at more than 39 meters from the guy when I wasn't shooting. I'm pretty sure that it was the bug that I had seen somebody else have. Okay. We'll drop this into the storage bin. We should have all the pieces here. Not entirely sure why. Oh, there we are. They've had us make, this is our second sense. Aha, I was right. I didn't have to try and make them in the Alcyon.
Well, I fear drastic measures might be required. But fear not, Offworlder. You've come this far alone. I'm impressed. You're a long way from that mewling mauler I dragged from the wreckage of the Proteus. Listen, you'll need a vehicle to cross the sands.
A vehicle!
North and reach the
Yes!
But vehicles require components that aren't created here on Arrakis. Arrakis has a long history, Offworlder. More than you might imagine. Some things, like the Imperial testing stations,
Pardon the yawn.
echoes of the past. But more importantly, they contain stockpiles of components you'll need. Just be careful. Those old ruins are a beacon for all kinds of scum.
Wait, is he saying I'm scum too? That's not very nice. All right, let's see. Our current helm unit has 3 armor and 0.3 heat protection. That has 15 armor, no heat protection. So those have a little bit of heat protection. These have none, but they have a bunch more armor. Well, do we have character stats? Yes, we do. Let's see. Hydration, 24 out of 100. Health, 150. Stamina, 125 out of 100. Energy, armor is 74. The mitigation is 13%. That's not a bunch. But presumably that's better than what I had previously. There we go. This is going to get all of my old gear then. Until we can... Well, God, what the shit? I think I'm going to call it here for the evening, guys. At least for the stream. I need to take a break. I may continue to play offline. In fact, that's probable. One of the things I'm going to do is I'm going to take some time. I'm going to look up things like, can I salvage those items for materials, that kind of thing. But I want to thank you guys for hanging out very, very much. I am enjoying the game, other than some frustrations with the UI and that one weird thing where I couldn't shoot. Yeah, so I'm pleased with it. I pre-ordered. I am pleased with my pre-order. I think I'm going to enjoy the game. How much? That's one of those things only time will tell. Again, thank you guys very much for hanging out. I will be back tomorrow, probably for an early session, somewhere around noon Pacific, which is 3 Eastern, which is like 8 p.m. Greenwich mean, I think. And definitely we'll be back at my usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, morning in Asia, Australia, and New Zealand, with more Dune Awakening. So far, I'm very happy with the game. But again, thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you will see me soon. Have a great rest of your Friday night and an absolute kick-ass weekend. I demand you have a kick-ass weekend. I will also expect a full report on my desk about what a kick-ass weekend you've had first thing Monday morning. Have a great rest of your day. Take care.